Alright, I'm coming at you with a pair of hands here again today to look at some Switch controllers and controller accessory things and what have you. So we're going to try this out. Hopefully this turns out okay. Because I've had the Switch for a while. You maybe have too. I'm behind the camera, so you is also me. And just talk a little bit about these. I want to go into a huge amount of detail so we can kind of keep this moving. But I have used a number of these different controllers and solutions and things. So, one of the tried and true ones here, as I awkwardly reach around, we've got this one here. My camera will focus on it. It is a what the hell is this? It's from PDP. It's a FaceOff controller. So the idea behind this one is that essentially you would get these different faceplates. You can take this like star thing off, and then there's like stuff underneath there. Like you can just put different plates on here to swap onto here. That's the idea. I like this one. It's a very clicky controller. It's kind of loud and hollow. It doesn't have any crazy features. It's really just a wired controller. But, no rumble, no gyro, no nothing. But it is good for a lot of simple gameplay. It has a pretty good feel to it. I've used it a ton, especially like in Splatoon 2. I mean, that's how long ago I used this. I was using this a lot. And it's a fairly cheap controller. I think this was like 15 bucks or something. The only issue is that to get other faceplates, you kind of need to just buy like other controllers with faceplates. A few of the controllers come with like multiple faceplates, but this just has the one, so I'm not really swapping it. So I guess maybe if other people get them, you can trade with your friends or something. I don't know. It's not the greatest concept necessarily for a controller or anything, but it's fine. It works, and I like it for a basic wired controller, and it's it just connects with USB, so you can connect to like a computer and stuff too. So at least you have that. Just showing a regular Joy-Con for reference. That's what a regular Joy-Con looks like. Here's what it looks like up close. To show you that there's a thing I got here where not only do I have these little thumb grip things that are just an insane pain in the ass to get on, as well as to get off. They don't really add a whole lot of grip to it. I guess they make this a little bigger, which is nice if you find these a little small, but they don't do a whole lot for it. But the real idea is I got these things, little controller grip things. There's Amazon Basics ones, and it came in a pack of 2, but you just kind of shove your controller in there. Oh, is this the wrong one? Yes, you're supposed to put the plus controller in there. Is this the right controller for it? No, I didn't bring the right controller for the thing. Well, you put the thing in there, and then you hit these, and that makes them go, is the idea. So, yeah, I guess, oops, I didn't grab the right controller. I guess the indent should have tipped me off that you need the one that goes that way, but you get the idea. You put the controller in, you can use this to hit the SL, LR, whatever buttons. And it works okay to push those, but like you gotta push kind of hard sometimes to get them to push. And it's nice to give you some extra like grip for them if you think it's hard to grip the Joy-Con sideways. An okay feel to it and everything, but it's an okay solution. It's not elegant or amazing, but it is a thing. There's also a load of these, a lot of basically Joy-Con replacement things. So bring my actual Switch out here. I've got this one, which is the Hori D-pad left Joy-Con. Everything I have has dust on it because if you don't use it for like a week, and then it's just caked in as much dust as if you didn't use it for a year. I got the Zelda one. There's a few different designs you can get for these. These don't have like wireless capability or anything, or they're really just, they don't have gyro. They have nothing special. They just connect here, but they also don't have a battery to worry about either, so they don't consume as much of your power. My Switch is upside down, and so you just put it like that, and it's you have the stick and everything feels like about the same. This is a bit rubbery for the button, and you get a D-pad, and it's really nice for games where you're going to be using the D-pad a lot. So it's a nice looking one. Really don't have much of a complaint there for this, other than I guess if you want those extra features of the Joy-Cons, these don't have them. And some things that are like custom made for this. I have a Switch case that I can like put this in or whatever. The back is a little different than a regular Joy-Con. So like, there's a little bit of like that little extra stuff around this zone here. That we'll kind of dig into the form-fitting cases and stuff, but otherwise it's pretty good. So let's get into some worse ones. Here we have maybe the worst Joy-Cons that I got. I was curious. I'm like, oh, they did the GameCube thing. That's neat. That could be interesting. Yeah, the C820 Joycon pad by Sades. Oh god, I don't have the packaging yet. Well, that's good. In here, they are generous enough to give you 2 cables, so you can charge each Joy-Con individually if you want to just plug them into the wall or something, rather than having them on the console when you're charging them, which is nice. And you don't really need instructions for these, I don't think. Also comes with this nice little grip. Like, it's a little weird that it's like out like this. It's bowed out, but it's a little comfortable, I guess. It's not bad. And these are a little bit bigger on the back, so you get a little more grip. Yeah, I mean, like, so at first glance it seems fine. I will say I like this little thingy to grip it with. Basically, also a little trick. Anything that's made for, like, you know, the Switch or whatever, you can use, like, the thing that came with the Switch or anything. The grip that came with that for your Joy-Cons. But anything that has these same kind of grooves that are on the side of the Switch, they'll also fit these. So, you know, you can put these on your other grips and mix and match things. That's a fun little hack you can do. But I like this is, like, weighted in the middle, too, because otherwise these are pretty light. The main problem with these, though, I mean, like, I think the D-pad is really nice. It's kind of, like, clicky. Although it is maybe a little weird, the angle depends on how you play, I guess. Most of the buttons and stuff are good, except for, I mean, I like both these sticks. I really like the grip on this stick, actually. Like the little texture on there, that actually feels really nice. And this is a little bit bigger of a C stick as well. But here the thing is, these buttons are not quite to scale. The actual GameCube buttons, you know, A, feels really good. B is just kind of tiny, and I'm like hitting the joystick whenever I'm trying to hit that. It's kind of hard to hit. And then, like, these are, you know, the X and Y buttons are just incredibly tiny, and they're kind of shallow to hit. Everything is a little too shallow for these buttons. So that's a shame, because these other things are pretty good. Hopefully I'm not accidentally trying to connect these. I don't want to. And just like to compare, like, these buttons are small also, on, like, a regular Joy-Con, but, like, at least the circles and consistent shapes, I guess, are a little easier to hit. And also the layout, you know, A, B, X, Y, which is not the Joy-Con I have out here, are set up differently on the Joy-Con. So, like, A being here and B being here, it's like, it's going to be really weird unless you remap games or just readjust to what buttons you're hitting to do what. So, situationally, this could be kind of useful for this feel, but I think there are much better solutions out there. And, yeah, not amazing, but, I mean, yeah, like I said, they're probably the worst ones, because, like, at least the left Joy-Con is nice. You could still use that and get the Joypad and a nice stick. That would be good. I'll bump the mic, too. Here we have the Joypad for Lite. Yeah, this has vibration and all this other stuff. I guess the other one had some of those features as well. They usually just lack the HD rumble and whatever the fuck you call it. What is the other thing? The camera. Those don't have the camera on them either. Let's get this crap out of the box. And this one comes with little things to put on there, the real wrist straps for them. And it comes with only one cable to charge. I don't know, guys. Cheaping out on me. And again, we have a little thing to put your Joy-Cons on if you want to have more of a controller-based thing. This one's much lighter. And it's weirdly smiling for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, they're Super Nintendo themed. I don't really like the oval buttons on these so much. They're okay, but they just feel like somehow less comfortable than, you know, other buttons. Oh no, please don't connect. I guess it won't because my Switch isn't even on, I hope. And the D-pad symbol around these just being buttons is a little silly. The sticks are okay. They're very flat, but it's easier to keep your thumb on there, I guess, a little bit. Like I say, these are probably the most reasonable ones I've got. I don't think these were even that expensive. I mean, to be fair, the GameCube ones were cheap as shit. They were like some of the cheapest ones I found. Those other ones were not real expensive either, but these I think were like $20 to $30 range for these, and there's like still much cheaper than regular Joy-Cons. Again, there's no camera on the bottom or anything. They have a little spot like where it would be, but they're a little more grip to them, a little bit bigger. But there's no like there's no HD rumble either, so whatever, if you really want that. But they're fine. There's not anything that remarkable. It's not worth remarking on them, I suppose. Binkbok Joycons, born to game. These ones caught my eye for having decent reviews and looking neat. Don't scan that QR code. I don't know what it does. I guess I don't care if you do. If I can get this out of here without cutting my thumb off. Okay. We'll just put that over there so you can't even see the code. Don't have to worry about it. Welcome guide. Making a giant mess on my table here. As you can see, once again, this comes with a thing you can put these onto. I really like the texture of these. Only one cable in here, I believe. Yes, one cable. And these are a little fancier, you know, they've got pretty nice sticks to them. They're a pretty good size, so it makes it feel more like a regular controller, especially when they're connected to, you know, this thing. The D-pad is nice. I think the buttons are nice and bigger size buttons. These are really nice joysticks with like little indents to make it easier to push. You've also got on the back here, you've got the back buttons. You can assign those. You also have like turbo buttons. You can make stuff turbo, and you can also do like macro things, and you can just assign these to different, you know, buttons on the same, only on the same Joy-Con. So something on the front can be put on the back as well. How useful is that? Probably not very. But I want to see if I actually turn these on and use these, because these look cool. And damn it, it's a YouTube video. I want you to see it. So I'm gonna have to make my console forget these again once I do this. Ooh. Will it just work? We have to hold buttons. Yes, I gotta do. Ha! See? You get these like rings, you make them change colors and be different colors or fading and all this other stuff. But I like the little rainbow. It just looks, I don't know, it just looks really nice. Well, it went away already, but that's fine. So I do like those. The only problems I have with these is that sometimes the sticks mess up. I don't know why. Just kind of randomly they'll mess up. So they have some kind of software bug in them, and I've tried updating them and doing stuff, but they don't seem to necessarily fix them. They sometimes get weird, and you just have to deal with it. And that kind of sucks. But otherwise, they've been pretty decent quality. They look nice, and they feel pretty good. So I have been fairly happy with those. How do I get this out of my shop without this being awkward? That is a great question. Then we've got the NS53 Enhanced Joypad Controller for Switch by Nexigo. Whatever that means. And these I got as a gift because I wanted more Joy-Cons, and I think nobody wanted to pay the kind of money actual Joy-Cons go for it, which is understandable because I really didn't either, although at this point I may as well have with how many of these things I bought. I should have just got another pair of Joy-Cons and just dealt with any drift that happened. These are just a mess in there, huh? Yeah, one cable. I know you were curious. One cable. And these are pretty similar. You'll notice they're almost exactly the same. The D-pad is a little different. It's a little more, you know, angular instead of like the weird like swooping there. But basically the same sticks and buttons and overall like feel. The same kind of like back area where you can do these different things or whatever, right? The turbo and the back buttons and the macro and all that good stuff, all that good shit. I do like the Galaxy design on them, and I like that there's like the material they've used to put on here does feel really nice. Actually, there's like definitely like a tactile, like smooth, almost like soft feel to these. So they do look pretty good. And honestly, while they seem like basically the same things as the Binkbok ones, they don't, you know, have... Oh yeah, I forgot they have the themed pad with it too. So you get this nice contiguous controller. They fit a little tight on these, so I'm pretty sure they took the same design from the other ones and just kind of slapped this coating over it. They fit a little tight, but, you know, it looks pretty good. Not super seamless, but pretty good. It's a pretty cool little look if you like that. Yeah, I've had, you know, less problems. I haven't had the same connectivity problems or anything, so maybe they just had a better firmware on this to start with or something, but these are pretty good. Although I will give Binkbok a little point here, and to say that when I got my Binkbok ones, they gave me an offer to have this extra dock as well that I haven't really, I maybe used it like once or something. I am tempted to use it for a little while, and I'm worried that it'll break my Switch, because all I did was like send them like a thing and be like, hey guys, this is my order number, I bought your other thing, and it's like, cool, you can have this for free. So that makes me feel like it's maybe not that great, and the only thing I can really think of as a silver lining is that if this breaks my Switch, it gives me a reason to upgrade, but I might wait till the Switch 2 at this point, because then I'll have a reason to upgrade to that rather than having to get another Switch, early. Here's another good one here that maybe you've even seen. The Hori Split Pad Pro. I haven't done the compact one or anything, but this one is a decent one because they're able to put Nintendo Switch all over here. They can just say it. They don't have to be like, the N Switch. It's a Joypad. They can just call it whatever. And this is great because, like, and you probably already seen this, but just in case you haven't, this is great because, well, no cable. Whoa. It doesn't have any batteries or anything like that. It doesn't do that, so that's why there's not. But, like, here's a regular, controller, and here's this. And so it's kind of like just splitting a Pro Controller in half. And it's, she got a tomb. With pretty big sticks. The sticks do feel a bit different. They're actually a little bit softer. Probably, maybe slightly nicer. But yeah, nice. The buttons feel very accurate. These other buttons feel like rubbery. I don't really care much for these. And also, you have the things where you have turbo, and you can assign these, again, the back buttons. They all like to do that, and turbo to kind of sell themselves. Be like, you can do more than you can with a regular controller. But also, none of them have, like HD rumble or the camera anyways. The only thing is, look how fucking wide that is. That's insane. Look at that. How are you supposed to, I mean, like, it's gigantic. It's insane. So, like, compared to, like, these, though, here's the controller on it. Controller on it. Okay, you don't want to say that. I get it. No means no. And, it does feel really good. It's just awkwardly very long, very wide. It's a good thing that I have a wide shot for this. Imagine shooting this in 4:3. What a nightmare. Woo. But, yeah, it does feel really nice. The thing is, it's a little niche because these are not wireless. They don't have rumble of any kind. They don't have basically any features other than they are controllers you attach to it. They don't. That's it. So you don't use any extra battery for these to charge the controllers or anything, which is nice too. But it's really only for just having, like, basically, imagine you had a wired Switch controller, and then you cut it in half. That's kind of this. I don't think these extra functions offer much, at least not for me. So, yeah, I mean, it's, it's fine. It's fine, but, and I think it's a good call for if you're just playing at home a lot. You're not going to be taking these with you, because packing these things in a bag, it's like, oh, you can bring out the widest Switch in the world to be silly. But wait, there's more. So, the reason I've left my controller here is because I have this thing that came with the triangle. What is this? Oh, it's the quality check triangle. Also will double as a shitty guitar pick. So here we have by KDD Pro Controller Clip Mount. So you can see the idea of what you do right there. Quick note about this. I will say that I had a fun little story. I won't bore you with all the details, but essentially I got approached by a company. Supposedly, I assume they were the real people from that company. And they weren't called KDD, so maybe that's either a parent thing or they're working with them. I don't know. That's why it all seemed weird. And they offered to, like, give me the product for free to review, but they're like, hey, so we're going to make it look like we didn't just gift it to you. It looked like you bought it. So we want you to buy this. And then they approached me on Instagram, by the way, in DMs, which is, always super official. So you know why I was a little sketchy anyway. They're like, here, so we'll buy the thing, and then we'll give us show us the order or whatever that you did. We'll then PayPal you the money to cover the cost of that, so you just get it back, so it's free. And then you review it. But in the review, make sure you don't say that you got it from us. And I was like, well, I have to say that I got it from you because of that or whatever. And like, okay, you can say, but then just don't review it on Amazon because they don't like when we're actually not supposed to do this, obviously. So don't tell them. I was like, okay, well, I have to tell them though. So maybe you should just. So I basically ended up sending them the money back. I was like, whatever. I wanted to try this out anyway, so I gave them a freebie, I guess. So I just didn't feel like selling out for that, even though it doesn't really matter. And so it's just a little thing, and it's in multiple parts, but I already have it where I want it. You just kind of take this thing and with the ball on the end here, and you shove this into here. And so you got the top part here, and you can just take your switch, and then you can pull this like, because this, I'll show you here so you can see. It extends. It's got little pads in there so it won't hurt anything. You just take this, and you open it up, slide her in. And this part, put around your official Pro controller, and clips in, and there you go. And you can adjust the angle and stuff as you see fit. Yeah, you know, it does make this pretty friggin' heavy to play this way. But if you want the best feeling of like, you know, I want to play in handheld mode, but I want it to feel like a Pro controller. There is no better solution, and this thing is cheap. This is like maybe 15 bucks or something. I don't know how much this was. I don't even know if it was 20 bucks. I think it was 15 or something. Such a simple solution, and there's a lot of things like it, but it really just, you know, this is my preferred way to play, like, especially for, like, Splatoon 2 and 3, I've been playing those a lot with this, and just anything where I want the proper, like, feel of the joysticks of the Pro controller, I will use this. It's just such a nice thing, and I've enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. Absolutely recommend one of these. Yeah, this is fantastic. I can't vouch for the free guitar pick, but yeah, great. Use it all the time. Surprisingly, one of my most used accessories out of all these, which maybe is a condemnation of maybe some of these other ones. But I saved, well, the worst for last, but also the most hilarious for last. So here's your treat. One of the first things I actually got here is the iPega game controller for N-Switch. And I don't know if that's like Fortnite or something on the front there, I'm guessing. Because someone who hasn't played Fortnite, that's maybe what Fortnite used to look like at this time. It's not my autofocus right now. It is just that blurry. I assume because they think that will save them from copyright. I mean, this thing is hilarious. See on the back here as well, you've got Splatoon 2 blurred out to not get in trouble. Features this product, yeah. Product is a direct connected game controller for N-Switch game consoles, embedded design, easy to operate, plug and play, no BT pairing connection is required, blah blah. You know, yeah. So it's. I also, for some reason, opened it from the bottom because that's where the tab was, I guess. And so yeah, there's no cable or anything necessary for this hunk of junk. And here we have it in its glory. So, you know, it looks like a flight stick or something, almost. And there's a quality check sticker down there that we'll never be able to read. Never. Not in a zillion years. Maybe if I do this. Hey! A zillion years passes by faster than you think. This thing sucks because of... Okay, first of all, the feel is shitty. It's kind of set up more like a Wii gamepad with both sticks at the top. Though I like the ergonomic of, like, you know, the ergonomics of this a little bit. It's a little better for bigger hands like that. My hands are a little small. This stick is weird too. These buttons are okay. They're kind of clicky. They're a little indented for, you know, it's hard to hit them quickly. The D-pad is okay, and the buttons are like okay, but the main problem with both of them is that there's this like curvature that you can kind of see here. And so, like, for example, this button has way more give than this button. You know, you can hit A way easier than you can hit Y. But another thing you'll notice here, the keen observer, also, you know, I'll just say this part, right? Okay. Oh, it's not even right side up. Now you'll notice that these say this, and I'm going to bring this other controller over just for a second, just for no reason really. I'm sure you can definitely hear me when I'm talking away from the camera. And just tell me what you see here, what you notice. On Oh, these are gonna go this way, huh? They're both gonna do it to me. Okay. I thought this shot out beautifully, but you get the idea, right? These are L and ZL, not L and L2. So I don't know if that's like they if they were, you know, actually scared of copyright there as well. So like, well, if we put different letters on these, then it'll be like, see, it's a different controller design, and the sticks are up here. So, or if they were just, you know, cheap and just had these buttons laying around from, you know, PS2 stuff, and they're like, well, I'll just throw them on here too. These triggers kind of suck to hit if you don't hit them directly on. Sometimes they just won't go. So they're not great either. And like when you're way up here, it's hard to hit the buttons down here. So again, if you have bigger hands, it's probably fine. But credit where credit is due. I can put this in here. No, that's the right way. That's the right way. When you slide it in here, you get it plugged in. It's in really good, and they have pads in there and stuff. They have a little extra around the back, so you're not feeling like you're bending the joints or anything. It does fit in here really nicely, and if you like the kind of like size and feel and shape and stuff of a Wii U gamepad, granted this is heavier, but this is pretty similar to that. I do want to check something quick here though, because I have had issues with this before. So we're gonna go to, do we even have this up here? I want to go to NES Online. I don't play it that much, so it's very low on my list. Basically, I've had an issue where I got this because the sticks were different. That was my main thing, and also because it was hilarious. But my main thing I was looking for was like, well, the sticks are different, right? And so it's like, well, if the sticks are different, then it probably won't drift on me. Life Force. Let's try that. This Gradius. I'm good at eyes. I'm good at reading. So let's turn that on. And I'll just test this quick. See how the sticks are working. Because the sticks usually fuck up. Yep. I can only go diagonally up and down right now. This way. No matter how I do the stick. Those are the only ways it'll work. Because like this works otherwise. But, yes, it decided to do this where I can't really move anywhere. Oh, did it unfuck itself? It did. Ow. Well, now I'm screwed because I'm in the middle of that. Oh, no, I didn't really. It let me for a second. Yeah, it just likes to kind of like let me not move any other direction. So, that's the big crux of this thing is that it basically will sometimes just make this left stick completely unusable. And I have had it just magically start working again. I tried updating it, and it doesn't do anything. It just makes it so you can't use it, and you have to replug it. So, if you're going to play stuff with the D-pad, I mean, well, I think this thing was like $40 also. And when I got it, there were no reviews on it. So, I was like, I'm going to do it. And this many years later, I'm finally reporting to you something that probably everyone already knows if they looked at it and probably saw other reviews by now. It sucks. You know, if it at least worked, it would be a niche thing to have, to be like, you know, I really wish my Switch was more like a Wii U gamepad, the thing that not many people have said. And even the ones that want that are now, they have this on display, on offer. Controller for in Switch. Put their name in there too. Let's make them really just soak it in. Just feel the love. It sucks. But those are all my stupid, shitty controllers that I probably, you know, some of these, I mean, like, I don't even know if I can give these away. Some of these are just so bad. So, I just wanted to finally get that off my chest, and I was looking at all these, I'm like, I'm going to do a review of each one, and they don't even deserve it. You know, none of these deserve it. The only ones that really, I think, really are worth talking about here, the thing you didn't really maybe necessarily know about, although maybe you did, is like, you know, the clutch thing. This is really good. The clip, fucking, that shit's good. Get one of those. I don't even care what brand. I don't care. I'm not sponsored. Just get one of those, and it's really nice. And the rest of these, I don't know. You know, at your discretion. But there's probably better third-party stuff that, you know, costs a little more, but it's probably a little better quality. And there's definitely no shortage of Switch accessories, controllers, and more. So if there's any other Switch controllers or things or whatever you want me to look at, feel free to throw them, you know, suggestions my way. I obviously don't need more or really want more, so they better be good and worth my time. Or they need to be hilariously bad, and maybe I'll do it. But I am trying to cut down on the amount of just electronic bullshit that I'm collecting, because I am going to just have to get rid of it at some point, and it's taking up space. It's invading my life. Which one of these is your favorite? And which one of these is the worst? I'll give you a hint on the last one. Okay. Oh, that's it. I've been a pair of hands, and you've been a pair of eyes watching them. Bye.